All right, guys, here's one of my favorite teaching clips to watch. Just overview, the Packers are basically running a 21 personnel version of four verts. You can see it right now. You've got Devontae Adams taking the far hash. You've got a tight end or a fullback taking the near hash. You've got the other tight end slash fullback taking the far hash. Then you've got the receiver running the fade down the other side, and you've got the back out in the flat, right? That's kind of the normal thing. They're doing it off a motion package and then releasing him down the seam there. So as we just watch the four verts open up right here, just talk for a second about how we read four verts. Okay. Four verticals, we're going to read the inside two seams first. So we're looking at Devontae Adams. Then we're looking at the seam coming from that motion fullback. Then we've got the tight end down the sideline. And then we check it down to the back. So we're basically reading across this way, right? When it comes to this variation of four verts, they're playing, either a half or whatever variation over here with him on the outside or in the corner underneath. There's no point reading the boundary version right now or the boundary vertical right now. They're reading from Devontae Adams over. Now, why this is important is because one of my big points with quarterbacks is getting them to learn to match their footwork to their eyes, to their read, right? So right now we should see Aaron Rodgers, when he's in rhythm right here, let me do a better job of getting to that spot, right? His eyes and feet should put him in position to check for the Devontae Adams throw, which would land somewhere around here, right? As he takes another hitch, his eyes and feet should now set to this guy. As he takes another hitch, his eyes and feet should set to that guy. As he's not open, one more hitch, and that brings it down to the back. It's never as clean, on a game tape as it really is when we do it in practice, but the basic tenets remain the same. So if we go to the end zone view here and watch Aaron Rodgers go through this progression, it's really, really clear to see his footwork go through that progression. He's got the play action right here. Right now, eyes and feet are set down the hash mark. His eyes are over here. His feet are set to where that throw would have gone, right? So he's keying. He sees the mic is out and carrying this guy, so he's going to hitch up to the next guy who's a little outside the screen right now. He's not there. Another hitch, one more hitch, and that brings him down to the back, right? So his feet match his reads. And that's a really important thing for young quarterbacks. With how much 7-on-7s we do, there's a lot of kids just kind of dropping back in the pocket and just pattering their feet or keeping their feet alive, but their feet are not necessarily matching a particular read or a particular progression. Here we see a really good example of an NFL quarterback going through a progression, rhythm, 1, 2, 3, and then down to the fourth receiver. Now, realistically, the next important component here is timing. Most quarterbacks will say, man, I wish I had more time in the pocket. And of course, we all do. But if you look how quickly Aaron Rodgers gets through a four receiver progression here, he's not dancing around in the pocket. This is not a second reaction throw. It's rhythm, 1, 2, 3, 4, balls out, right? Very simple. And that's what we want to see. The timing is good here. And that's what we want from our young quarterbacks, is to learn to match timing to their feet and their progression to their feet. And it kind of simplifies the way you look at the game. It simplifies the timing that it takes you to get through a progression, and it simplifies what you're thinking. When your feet do the thinking, so your mind isn't overly complex, life becomes a lot easier. So this is something you want to try to establish with your quarterbacks. Make sure in rhythm are your feet and eyes aligned to your rhythm throw. After one hitch, are your feet and eyes aligned to the person you're supposed to throw to after one hitch, et cetera, down through the read, as you go through different movement keys. So great teach clip. Love this one. Make sure you do a good job as a young quarterback of matching your eyes to your feet.